आपको करीब है ना। तो फोन करना है। नहीं नहीं। हाँ પછી साइड में जा साइड में सिंगल आएगा ना ऊपर डबल क्लिक कर दो जाना पर डबल क्लिक कर दो जा। हाँ एक ही आनंद का ही आ रहा है ये बोल भी फैमिली जज पे बुलाया है, वो भी आए हैं। सबको बिठा रखते हैं जो जो लेटर लाओ ना लेटर लाओ। तो आपको बुलाओ इसमें लिखा है परमानेंट लोग अगर उसको तो प्रीलिटिगेशन मैट्रिमोनियल मेडिएटर हैं तुम्हारे along with the officer and mediators nominated by permanent लोग ये कौन आता है mediators में सब अपॉइंट करेला वकील ने એને તો પણ YouTube થી જોઈન થા YouTube ની લિંક એને મોકલી છે
May we begin the proceedings, my Lord?
Yes, please.
I request to proceed further with the proceedings of the program. Mr. Rahul A. Trivedi, Member Secretary, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority.
Thank you, Praniji. Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, the Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat and Patron-in-Chief, Gujarat State Legal Service Authority. Honorable Mr. Justice Kiran Vaishnav, Executive Chairman, Gujarat State Legal Service Authority. Honorable Judges, virtually joined Principal District Judges, full-time secretaries of District Legal Service Authorities, judicial officers, paralegal volunteers, panel advocates, all associated with the Legal Service Authority apparatus, media personals, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat and Patron-in-Chief Gujarat State Legal Service Authority, all are welcome in this virtual August gathering, where two remarkable milestone projects are going to be inaugurated by Honorable the Patron-in-Chief and Executive Chairman, Gujarat State Legal Service Authority. The project consists of pre-litigation matrimonial cases on the permanent basis in the name of UJAS and inauguration of 45 mediation rooms, that is mediation centers, in 19 districts of the state. It's a historic event for the reason being, so far, the mediation activity is confined only to the major cities or the district headquarters. Now the same is reaching out to the farthest locations. To begin this session, may I request Honorable Mr. Justice Kiran Vaishnav, sir, to make a welcome address.
Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, the Chief Justice of the High Court of Gujarat and Patron-in-Chief, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, my esteemed brothers and sister judges, learned Registrar General, members of the Registry, Member Secretary, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, and other officers of the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, learned Principal District Judges who have joined virtually, Chairman of the District Legal Services Authority and Legal Services Committees, Secretaries of the District Legal Authorities, Judges of the District Judiciary, mediators working in various DLSAs, media personnel, ladies and gentlemen. As an Executive Chairman of the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, I am extremely pleased to welcome all of you in today's program of virtual inauguration of two key projects, which include the inauguration of UJAS, that is the Permanent Pre-Litigation Mediation Matrimonial Lok Adalat, and commencement of 45 mediation rooms in the 45 Talukas of 19 districts of the state. The Honorable the Chief Justice, Mrs. Sunita Agarwal, as Patron-in-Chief, has made the launch of these projects possible. I have very recently taken over as the Executive Chairman, and knowing her ladyship's zeal to see that the Legal Services Authority reaches out to the consumers of justice, it was possible for us to put together a standard operating procedure for creating a mediation for the family disputes that arise in the state. The projects that are proposed to be inaugurated today at the esteemed hand of the Honorable the Chief Justice fall in the ambit of alternative dispute resolution. There can be an integration of the modes of ADR, and I'm glad to inform the House that the project UJAS Ek Aasha ni Kiran is a classic interpretation and integration of the ADR modes. It is a permanent pre-litigation Lok Adalat for settlement of matrimonial disputes by constituting the bench consisting of mediator as one of the members. The project is to start in all the districts together. We all know that when a matrimonial dispute reaches a court or a police station, the chance of getting the dispute settled is minimized. It is therefore apt that we create permanent pre-litigation matrimonial Lok Adalats in all districts, for which a standard operating procedure has been chalked out in light of the regulations of the NALSA and the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority. The medium is of drawing an award after the settlement between the parties which become binding. It is sincerely hoped that the project would achieve the object in the form of redressing dispute between the couples before they reach the courts. The another project that we are inaugurating today is an inauguration of mediation rooms or centers at 45 talukas of 19 districts. Currently, the mediation activity is carried out in district headquarters. However, to see that the mediation process and the IADR system reaches at the grassroots level, this is just a beginning of opening of 45 mediation centers at the talukas, which we will ultimately cover 251 talukas of the state. We will carry out effective mediation at these centers. I take this opportunity, therefore, to welcome all my esteemed sister and brother judges, members of the judiciary, the judicial officers, the registry, and I am thankful to all of them, especially the member secretary, to have put this in place. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Lordship. Now, I request Honorable the Chief Justice and Patron-in-Chief, Gujarat State Legal Service Authority, Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, and Honorable Mr. Justice Viren Vaishnav, Executive Chairman, Gujarat State Legal Service Authority, to formally inaugurate the first project, that is UJAS Ek Aasha ni Kiran, a pre-litigation matrimonial process and formula. May I request Honorable the Lordship to touch the screen and formally launch.
ભારત એક એવો દેશ છે જ્યાં માત્ર ધર્મો તેમજ સમુદાયોના રિવાજો અને તેમને લાગુ પડતા કાયદાઓ જ નહીં, પરંતુ અદાલતો પણ લગ્નને એક પવિત્ર સંસ્થા તરીકે માન્યતા આપે છે. આપણા દેશમાં પ્રવર્તમાન સામાજિક વ્યવસ્થાને જોતા પણ લગ્ન સંબંધિત સંસ્થાઓનું જતન આવશ્યક છે. દેશમાં સામાજિક આર્થિક પરિસ્થિતિઓમાં ઝડપી ગતિએ પરિવર્તનને કારણે સમાજમાં સંબંધોની સ્વીકૃતિ જે અગાઉ વાંધાજનક માનવામાં આવતું હતું, સ્વકેન્દ્રિત વલણ, પ્રિન્ટ, ઇલેક્ટ્રોનિક કે સોશિયલ મીડિયા વગેરેના પ્રભાવને કારણે વૈવાહિક વિવાદોમાં ઘણો વધારો થયો છે. અદાલતમાં વૈવાહિક તકરારના કેસોનો વધારો વ્યક્તિના આર્થિક કે સામાજિક દરજ્જા, શિક્ષણ, જાતિ, પ્રદેશ કે સમુદાય એ કોઈ પણ પરિમાણથી જોવામાં આવે તો સર્વગ્રાહી છે તેમ કહેવું યોગ્ય રહેશે. પતિ પત્નીના નાજુક સંબંધો જો ગંભીર ઝઘડા કે મતભેદોનો પ્રારંભિક તબક્કે કાળજી લેવામાં ન આવે તો મડાગાંઠ બની જાય છે. લાંબા વૈવાહિક વિવાદોના ગંભીર પરિણામો જે કોર્ટ સુધી પહોંચે છે અને લાંબા સમય સુધી અનિર્ણિત રહે છે. માત્ર દંપતી જ નહીં પરંતુ બાળકો અને પક્ષકારોના માતા પિતા પણ ભારે આઘાત અનુભવે છે. ગુજરાત રાજ્યમાં પણ વિવિધ અદાલતોમાં લગ્ન સંબંધી કેસો મોટા પ્રમાણમાં અનિર્ણિત અવસ્થામાં છે. તમામ હિસ્સેદારોએ પક્ષકારો વચ્ચેના વિવાદોને ઉકેલવા માટે પ્રયાસો કર્યા હોવા છતાં ઇચ્છિત પરિણામ પ્રાપ્ત થયેલ નથી. નિષ્ણાતો કહે છે કે કેસ પોલીસ અથવા કાયદાની અદાલત સુધી પહોંચે તે પહેલા જ અસરકારક અને સૌહાર્દપૂર્ણ સમાધાન માટે તટસ્થ વ્યક્તિ અથવા સંસ્થા દ્વારા હસ્તક્ષેપ થવો જોઈએ. આ સંદર્ભે ગુજરાત રાજ્ય કાનૂની સેવા સત્તા મંડળના મુખ્ય સંરક્ષક તેમજ ગુજરાત હાઈકોર્ટના માનનીય મુખ્ય ન્યાયમૂર્તિ શ્રીમતી સુનીતા અગ્રવાલના નેજા હેઠળ પ્રી લિટિગેશન કાયમી લોક અદાલત UJAS આશાની કિરણ ના નામની સાથે દરેક જિલ્લામાં સ્થપાવા જઈ રહી છે. આ કાયમી લોક અદાલત UJAS કાનૂની સેવા સત્તા અધિનિયમ અને નાલસાના લોક અદાલત નિયમોની જોગવાઈઓ અનુસાર સંચાલિત થશે. લોક અદાલતની ખંડપીઠમાં એક ન્યાયિક અધિકારી અને બીજા પ્રશિક્ષિત મધ્યસ્થી એમ 2 સભ્યોનો સમાવેશ હોય છે. સંબંધિત BLSA દ્વારા નક્કી કરાયેલા દિવસોમાં બેન્ચની બેઠકો કોર્ટ પરિસરમાં યોજાશે. વૈવાહિક વિવાદોમાં કોઈ પણ પીડિત પક્ષ BLSA ને અરજી કરી શકે છે અથવા BLSA દ્વારા વિવિધ જાહેર સત્તાવાળાઓ પર મૂકવામાં આવેલા બોક્સમાં અરજીઓ મૂકી શકે છે અને આ અરજી સંદર્ભે સામા પક્ષકારને નોટિસ જારી કર્યા પછી તેમજ સામા પક્ષકાર હાજર થયા બાદ બેન્ચ દ્વારા સમાધાન માટે લેવામાં આવશે અને પક્ષકારો વચ્ચેના વિવાદોમાં સમાધાન કરાવવાનો પ્રયાસ કરવામાં આવશે અને પક્ષકારોને સમાધાન પર પહોંચવા પર અવોર્ડ ડ્રો કરશે જે નાલસા નિયમન મુજબ બંને પક્ષોને બંધન કરતા રહેશે. આ સમગ્ર પ્રક્રિયા માટે ગુજરાત રાજ્ય કાનૂની સેવા સત્તા મંડળ દ્વારા વિગતવાર SOP તૈયાર કરાયેલ છે. તમામ BLSA પ્રોજેક્ટ વિશે જાગૃતતા ફેલાવવા માટે અત્યંત કઠોર પ્રયત્નો કર્યા છે. રાજ્યના લોકો તરફે સકારાત્મક પ્રતિભાવની અપેક્ષા રાખે છે. મીડિયાએ પણ તેનો સકારાત્મક પ્રચાર કર્યો છે. દેશમાં આ પ્રકારની કાયમી લોક અદાલત સ્થાપિત કરવામાં ગુજરાત ઉત્તર પ્રદેશ પછીનું બીજું રાજ્ય છે. આ પ્રોજેક્ટ ચોક્કસપણે નાલસાના ન્યાય સબકે લીએ ના ઉદ્દેશને પૂર્ણ કરશે.
विश्वास न्याय का सबके लिए
ભારત એક એવો દેશ છે જ્યાં માત્ર ધર્મો તેમજ સમુદાયોના
Therefore, all the 33 institutions in form of 32 District Legal Service Authority as well as Ahmedabad City Civil Legal Service Committee. All the Legal Service Authority and the Legal Service Committee handling the Lok Adalat and the mediation as a ADR mode have made a valiant effort in just 17 days span to constitute the institution in form of permanent Lok Adalat. The name is UJAS. There can be a paucity of space at the premises. There can be a situation wherein through which there could be stakeholders who would be making up the demand on account. These aspects have not been the impediment or has created embargo in timely launch of this mega project. We are witnessing the images of these district legal service authorities who in no time created this institution where comfortably the couples can come up, can deliberate, can discuss, and the very object of the project can be subsolved. Devbhoomi Dwarka, where Khambhalia this is going to happen. Gandhinagar is another district where this has happened. Wherever at Gir Somnath, the district headquarters, this has happened. Jamnagar, another institution in form has been made out by Bakshi men. Junagadh, the capital of Lion City in Sassan. Kutch. Beautiful part of the Kutch is that they have generated indigenous application for this Kheda at Nadia. Sagar at Lunawada, a tiny district but has shown the spirit. Mehsana has made out a classic kind of a feeling to those who come up there. Morbi, ceramic city, having all insignias of a commercial dispute to look into, equally good in matrimonial. Narmada, newly created building. Navsari, South Gujarat and Patan. At the North Gujarat end, again another beautiful initiative by Mr. Sojitra. Porbandar, at the southern part of the Saurashtra and the capital city of Saurashtra, Rajkot, and newly building Sabarkantha at Himmatnagar. Surat, the silk city of Hindustan, again is having a wonderful center. Surendranagar, beautiful. Initiated. Tapi at Vyara, where also, and at Vadodara, a center has been established for creating Lok Adalat. Valsad, at the farthest south part of the Gujarat again, and at Ahmedabad rural, newly shifted building at Navranpura, this has happened. This is the images of Kumbheli, where also the system is started. But it has to be given to all the district legal service authorities who, honestly speaking, have made up the beautiful convergence with the stakeholders in creating out this particular project into a reality. May I now request Honorable the Lordships to virtually inaugurate our today's second project, that is inauguration of 45 mediation rooms in 45 talukas of 19 districts, where commercial cases or the disputes are there in reasonable numbers. I request Honorable the Lordships to click the mouse or touch the screen. These are all the taluka places wherein through which we'll be having the mediation centers for the first time. At 3 of the talukas of Anand, Borsat, Khambhat, Bharuch, we will be having at Ankleshwar, Jhagadia and Vadra. And Dahod, the tribal belt, Jalod and Linkheda, Gandhinagar in Kalod, despite the fact that there is a building issue, in no time building has been made out. Gir Somnath at Kodinar and Una. All these are talukas wherein through which there are significant number of commercial cases are there and hence they've been selected. There are 7 talukas in Kutch, notably which is having the presence of commercial cases. 5 talukas are there in Mehsana. Morbi is having Vakaner, wherein through which number of commercial cases are there, hence selected. Gandevi in Navsari is also a farmer's paradise. Panchmahal, Halol, and Kalol at both places will be having a mediation center. Sikpur in Patan will also be having the mediation room. 3 talukas of Rajkot, Dhoraji, Gondal, and Chetpur. Sabarkantha will be having Himmatnagar Taluka and Pratich, where commercial disputes are there. 5 talukas of Surat, Bardoli, Kathur, Mandvi, and Marpada will be having. Vadodara, Padra, and Savli will be having the commercial cases, disputes, mediation centers. Valsad will be having Umargao. This has become possible only and only due to precious guidance and updation given by Honorable the Patron-in-Chief that in a short span of time, the mediation facility now is not restricted merely to the headquarters of the district, but is now reaching out to 45 talukas. In fact, the enthusiasm in all the DLSs to the effect is this wise that those talukas which have the facility of trained mediators, they have sent the request that let Honorable Chief Justice permit them to start mediation since they can make it down. So the spirit is high, the intent is good, and honest endeavor definitely is going to yield out the result. That Gujarat, which launched mediation, will definitely take it to its extreme height under the able leadership of Honorable the Chief Justice. The inauguration of 2 important projects of GSLSA. May I now request Honorable the Chief Justice and Patron-in-Chief to make inspirational and presidential remarks.
A very good evening to all. My esteemed brother, Justice Viren Vaishnav, Senior Most Judge, High Court of Gujarat, and Executive Chairman, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority. My brother and sister judges, members of the registry, Member Secretary, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, Principal District Judges, Secretaries of Adalats, Judicial Officers, Advocates, Mediators, print and electronic media personnel, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I must extend my heartfelt thanks to Justice Viren Vaishnav, Executive Chairperson, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, for giving shape to my ideas. Like the way that those ideas were taken and executed shows the spirit to cooperate and coordinate for everything. Because in one meeting with the mediation committee, with Justice Vaishnav and Justice S.V. Pinto, I just threw the idea of taking mediation centers to taluka level. Because my belief in mediation is very, very strong. That may be the reason that I was the first batch mediator of in Allahabad High Court when mediation movement started. So working in the mediation center gave me a kind of strength and belief in mediation. Mediation as a whole, like many people, I think, who are working in adversarial litigation only they are not able to understand what actually mediation is. So my idea was that all those advocates, all those stakeholders who can be part of this mediation movement, they should get those facilities at their doorstep. So reaching out to those litigants who are coming to the court, getting those facilities at their doorstep, that may help. And I'm sure that that will help the process to take it to that level, which we expect. in mediation, if you like, what I thought of that, if you're taking up a matter in court and suddenly it comes to your mind that the matter can be sent to mediation center. So if mediation center is in the same building or few steps away, then only you can insist, you can impress upon the party. You cannot insist, but you can impress upon the parties to go in for mediation once. Like this is how we can push them, we can insist them, we can impress upon them to go. But if it is far away, like people living in Taluka and you tell them to go in for mediation in the district court, how will they go? How will they utilize those services? So that was the reason why I insisted that those mediation centers should be in all districts level, taluka level. We have sufficient infrastructure. Infrastructure has never been an issue in Gujarat. So I'm thankful that my idea was executed by the executive chairperson, Legal Services Authority, in such a short span of time. And I would congratulate all the DLSA secretaries for making it happen. For pre-litigation Lok Adalat, this was something which I conceived when I was chairperson, a family court sensitization committee at Allahabad High Court. So one day, what happened? One day, my this one person, policeman who was my security guard, he came, rushed to me in my house, and he said, "Ki my sister is in difficulty, and her husband is going to marry, perform a second marriage. What can I do?" So I said, "You can go to the police, you can go to the court, you can make a complaint." So he said that don't want to go anywhere where this situation may turn ugly. I want some support where it is taken that I have not gone to the court. Then I was thinking for a while, how can this stage be brought into legal framework? So in while working as a chairperson there, I had one very good assistant, like my colleague with me. He was Justice P.K. Srivastava. He has worked for a long time in the district judiciary. So when I shared this idea with him, he said that can be done. It is within the legal framework of the Legal Services Authority Act itself. Then we both read to the act, he made a concept note, and then I realized that pre-litigation Lok Adalat is one of the stages which is provided within the framework of Legal Services Authority Act. And the regulations which are framed that give that complete legal structure to this pre-litigation Lok Adalat by providing the constitution of benches, the manner in which the award is to be drawn, the effect which this award has. So with this concept note, we have started with this idea that if we get only 100 cases in 1 year, that would be our success. But within a few months, we got more than 5,000 applications, which came from, and mostly wives, mostly females are coming with this application that my husband is not giving me maintenance. He has thrown me out of the house. Please do something for me. So those matters, when taken up in pre-litigation Lok Adalat, astonishing results we found that many matters were settled. Like there were few, this kind of string was there that was worked out, that was released, and people have reconciled also. And when they reconcile with pre-litigation Lok Adalat, then there is an award. And award is binding decree of the court. So this was the picture which came before us, though we did not realize at that point of time when we started. So when I came to Gujarat, I thought, let me execute this here also. And initially, I wanted to understand the demography of the state, the kind of problems which are there. So then the family structure is almost the same. And Gujarat being a state where people are more family oriented, there are more family disputes. So with this idea that people where their people are more family oriented, they want to be with their family. When I go to restaurants, I'm very happy and amazed to see that entire family goes together here. Like even if in like parents, they are elderly, they are on wheelchair, they are walking through stick, they are going to restaurant with the children, their children like father, mother, brother, sister, everyone goes together. So looking to this construction of family, I thought that this should be taken by us because this is our moral responsibility to give our citizen everything what law has prescribed for them. So prescription is there in the law, execution is from our side. So with this idea, this concept of pre-litigation matrimonial Lok Adalat was thrown by me, and Rahul has executed it very well. So I'll congratulate Rahul for being so energetic and supportive member secretary. Because if you are in legal services authority, you cannot work if you are not enthusiastic. Otherwise, the work of legal services authority would also always look to you like a very onerous work because it's not routine litigation work. Initially, when I was talking to me, like some of my colleagues, they had some, and still people have this kind of notion in their or opinion in their mind that nothing concrete is happening. This is all showbiz. You collect data, you show data, you do this and do that, and nothing is actually happening. This legal services authority is kind of, some people may say that it is kind of gimmick, but it is not a fact. Truth is something else. There are people still who are not able to support themselves. They are not able to go to the court. They are not able to, they are not financially strong. So the contribution which Legal Services Authority makes for them, only they, if you ask them, then they will come to know that what is the work of Legal Services Authority. But whatever we do, that is not enough. Like whatever we do, that is in the, and why this one more question which comes in the mind, that we are judges and the judicial officers are given the task of DLSAs. One judicial officer is wasted. The judges are wasting their time in Legal Services Authority Act functions or work, which is not correct. For the reason is that I differ from this because of this reason. Let's see, the Legal Services Authority Act mandates the state to conduct all these schemes, to conduct all these, all these work. But the task is given to us. The reason is that faith of the people, the reason is the faith of the people in the judiciary. So once something is done by the judicial officers, judges, judiciary, people think that element of rule of law is there and their honesty is there and they are getting what they are supposed to get. And they are not having that much of faith in executives. And that is the reason, I suppose, according to my opinion, this Legal Services Authority framework involves a High Court judge, a Supreme Court judge at the NALSA level, and member secretary DLSAs who are all judicial officers. So with this, I would request all the DLSAs and principal district judges who are the chairperson of Legal Services Authority to take this step, take this pre-litigation Lok Adalat as a movement. And you will really find a change and a positive change in your setup. Because if a matter comes to pre-litigation stage, in a matrimonial matter gives rise to at least 8 to 10 cases in one court. And like 482, 498A, domestic violence, civil and criminal proceedings, divorce. And in all these matters, what people may differ from you, but from the data which I have collected and I've looked into, in all these matters, sufferers are mostly women. They are victims, sometimes they are the victims of the circumstances. Like if you take figure of your state, but I have seen the figure of UP, 80% of divorce suits are filed by husbands. Why? Anybody has ever put question to himself or herself why this is happening? Because in being a female, I can bring my opinion, but in Indian social structure, marital status of a woman is very, very important to that particular woman. You may or may not be married. That is not important. If you are unmarried, that is not important. But if you are married, then every woman, whatever status of that woman is, whosoever she may be, she wants to keep her marital status intact. So that is the reason I suppose that women are generally not going in for filing a divorce suit in the courts. And for men, this was very easy for years together to throw out women out of their houses. And they are not having money, so you are not giving money to your wife. You have your parents, you're not giving money to your wife because you have responsibility of parents. But you don't consider that that lady who is dependent upon you, she is also one of the part of your life. So she is also so important as your parents. So all these situations which women face, especially at the rural level, and it's not that divorce matters are only in an elite society. Divorce matters are there in the rural area. In one of the mediation which I was conducting, so both husband and wife were fighting to the hilt. So then I asked that girl, what do you want? She said 10 lakhs rupees. So before that, I asked for the status. The boy was selling that water in polythene on road on some place. Father-in-law was selling Mangal Sutra ki jo wo thela lagta hai, that was. So मुझे हंसी आ गई. I asked her to write 10,000 in digits. तो मैंने उससे कहा कि अगर तुम इसमें सारे जीरो लिख लोगी तो मैं तुम्हें 10 lakhs मैं तुम्हें दिलवा दूंगी. So she did not know. So this I'm referring to, and when I asked her what is the reason, she said, बहुत काम कराती है मेरी mother-in-law मुझसे. रात में 2-2 बजे तक खाना बनवाती. तो मैंने उससे पूछा कि तुम्हारे घर में कितने लोग हैं? बोली 4, मतलब mother-in-law, father-in-law, my husband and me. तो मैंने कहा कितना काम करा लेगी वो तुमसे भाई, कितने लोगों का खाना? तो like why I'm referring this, that a girl who was not highly educated and she was married in a family who were hawkers. She had that aspiration that I should get something for myself. So there should be someone to tell her that, look, what you can get and what you cannot get, and what is good for you. You will not say right for you, what is good for you and what is not good for you. So for this, and I would tell you at the end of the day that mediation was successful. And I sent boy to girl's house at the end of the day. I said, all right. वो लड़ते भिड़ते दोनों आए. उसकी father-in-law, when that girl's father-in-law came to me, he said, देखिए मुझे अकेले में आपसे बात करनी है. तो मैंने कहा अच्छा बात करिए. बोला देखिए मेरी बीवी को तो मैं ही नहीं झेल पाता हूँ, अगर वो नहीं झेल पा रही तो क्या परेशानी. So this you cannot get anywhere other than mediation. Like I still remember that was the day of Dhanteras, and I was sitting in mediation center till 8:30 to see that this mediation is brought to its logical end. And it was brought. They went together And then I asked father कि अगर अच्छा वो बोला कि दोनों they were all local. तो उसने कहा अच्छा मेरे घर में कमरा है, तो मैंने बोला उससे वहां रह लेंगे, आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं? नहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. So they went together. So important is that they both went together. And if this type of agreements are reached at the stage of pre-litigation, so that hassle of going to court, then filing 498A, criminal litigation, going to FIRs, then police visiting, and you will not believe, I strongly believe, and I have seen also, and I think you have also an idea that police also does the same thing. In every police station, there is mediation center. And whenever like couple go there for lodging of first information report, they first dissuade them. They tell them to sit together, mediate, and don't go for litigation. So this was the whole idea why I insisted on this pre-litigation mediation center. So if you take it in that spirit, you will definitely see very good results. So with this hope and trust, I would thank all of you for being so supportive and so acceptable to my ideas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Lordship. Indeed, the concept with which the concept that has been floated with the clarity, the guidance that was been given with to the effect and the successful implementation in a huge state like Uttar Pradesh made out a big a guidance and the motivation for all the district legal service authority to follow the thing. But the best part is that the intent with which this has been started, Honorable Lordship, with your guidance on account is that in all districts, apart from the stakeholders, the public at large and the media has given this project a very positive response, and that's a huge success at the initial end. Since the sporadic endeavors that were being made for settling the disputes before reaching out to court were not coordinated. These project actually intends to have a convergence with all the stakeholders, with the courts, with the DLSS, with the police, with the women's cell, with the NGOs, with the district administration, and cohesively, it is as Lordship has framed in the SOP. All have been asked that the couple quarreling at any end can well be persuaded that they apply for permanent Lok Adalat solution at district headquarters. So this wonderful idea, apart from extending the spectrum of the mediation, has been of no one else but of Honorable the Chief Justice, who had even in the busiest schedule, even at that when Honorable Lordship is having the heaviest burden of judicial work on account with the smiling face, would be giving a complete guidance as to how in a effective manner, thing could be done in a good manner. But how you do it in a best manner or an effective manner, that been given, that's been the result that both these projects really came into reality in a very short span of time. On behalf of Gujarat State Legal Service Authority, District Legal Service Authorities, Legal Service Committees, and all associated with the stakeholders, I extend my highest amount of gratitude to Honorable the Lordships. I also extend my heartfelt thank and gratitude to Honorable Mr. Justice Viren Vaishnav, who always has been a source of inspiration. A particular project to the effect from his heart to look into. Ship's love for the children is alien to none, and in a shorter span, His Lordship has asked to me to see that maximum number of projects where which we are associated with the children get timely updation on account. Tomorrow itself we'll be having one of our key projects program where children of Signal School are going to be invited to High Court for a drawing workshop. On behalf of all, I extend my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to Honorable the Lordship. I also extend my gratitude to all the honorable judges of High Court for actually coming up here and inspiring all the district legal service authorities in their endeavor. The special thanks and the biggest the persons who have endured their efforts to the effect is all the DLSS. Actually, executing the work in the field is not a easy job on account. You have to actually work out with all the stakeholders and all district judges. All the chairmen of the DLSS have worked tirelessly in order to see that not only apt space has been provided, not only in making it sure that enough publicity is given to the project, not only to make it sure that everything comes down in order, selection of the bench, everything has been done at their end in a seamless manner. And today we see a reality on form that always a positivity has come up. Special thanks to my both project officers who stood just like rock behind me in our work to it. All the stakeholders, Doordarshan, who has extended their help in preparing one of the videos which depicts the theme, the central theme of the project of UJAS, that is pre-litigation permanent matrimonial dispute. Both Mr. Pankaj and anchor Prapti Pandya have given their services. On behalf of Honorable the Chief Justice, I extend my heartfelt gratitude for entire team of production who helped us, the team of media which helped in spreading out this awareness, registry team who always as a family unit integrate the projects on account, especially Honorable Registrar General Tyagi sir, whose hand holding and helping always makes down that the progress program gets the best of progress. Special thanks to Mr. Kurani sir, without whose today's support, virtual inauguration of the project would not have been successful. Finally, those whose name probably may have been missed out, I must say, anyone who has given a precious guidance to it, I sincerely extend thanks. Thank you. Now, may I request all to rise for national anthem.
गण गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल भारत भाग्य विधाता जय 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 हे
With permission of Honorable the Chair, may I declare the proceedings culminated.